Just when Arnold comes in, just gotta mark what time he comes in soon. Okay.
I'll get a bit more RAM on this machine. There we go. And we're live? We're live. Good evening and welcome to Oxford Town Council Committee of the Whole meeting for Monday, June 12th, 2023. Sorry, we're a couple minutes late, technical issues. You've all got a copy of the agenda in front of you. Could I have a motion for approval of the agenda?
So moved.
Seconder?
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. You've all have a copy of the previous minutes from the last meeting of the whole. Any errors or omissions? And I will declare them approved as submitted. So moving on, reports of town departments. I'm going to turn the floor over to Nick Purdy. The floor is yours, Nick.
Thank you. Public Works team completed the following tasks for the month of May. Some of the employees took part in a traffic control and signage program. We removed damaged trees at the wall fields, weekly water samples, street sweeping. We installed new garbage cans around town. The crosswalks were painted by the town hall. Repaired a water break on River Avenue. And monthly grease checks on all the equipment.
Okay. Anyone have any questions for our Public Works Supervisor? No? Okay, we'll move on to the fire department. Call on Fire Chief Bruce Rushton and Deputy Fire Chief Purdy presenting.
Thank you. The fire department responded to 14 emergency calls in May, 5 structure-related fire calls, 1 fire alarm, 2 garbage fires or legal burns, 3 grass, woods fires, and 3 medical calls. This past month, we accepted we had a new member just apply and get in, and we're anticipating 2 more applications for our next meeting as well. Members have taken part in monthly training sessions, including firefighting skills, familiarization on existing and new equipment. The equipment on every truck is checked on every truck every month, and they tested and ensure it's ready for any emergencies that we should have. We have several training sessions planned for coming up this fall and winter. We plan on doing some tours of commercial buildings, businesses throughout the town. And I should also mention that we had some members complete some wildland fire training, and then they had to go do what they call a pack test. You carry a 25-pound hose pack on your back for, I think it's 2 miles, correct? 3.2 kilometers. 3.2 kilometers in under 30 minutes. So we had members do that, so they'd be ready to go to help the DNR, should they be needed in Shelburne or Tantallon area. So
Okay.
that's it for a report.
I have a quick question. You said there was 2 illegal fires? Did I hear you correctly?
Yeah, yes,
In the town boundaries?
yes.
Okay.
And was natural resource or the forestry, were they called in?
Yes, they were called in as well as RCMP.
Good. Okay, good. Go ahead.
New members, can you tell us who the new members?
I'm sorry?
Can you tell us who the new members are?
Oh,
Or you prefer not to for some reason?
no, it's Philippi. I can't remember, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Close enough.
He's fairly new to the community, and he's been here for 14 months or so. He works up in town here, and he's actually from Brazil.
Really?
So
Excellent.
yeah,
Oh, it's good.
so it's quite unique. So
Yeah.
we're happy to have him on board.
Great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Fire department? No? Okay. We'll move. Okay, we'll just pause for a minute. We'll let Councilor or Deputy Mayor McDonald slide in. He's late.
Clock was a ticker.
Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, next on our agenda, 4.3, municipal physical activity leadership reports. It's in your package. Do you have something to add to it?
I do not to add, but just to highlight.
Okay,
So in the attached report there, I just wanted to point out the Mother's Day tea. They had actually over 48 people attended and $400 was raised with the proceeds going to Autumn House. Nova Scotia Walk Day was celebrated on May 10th. 2 guided walks were offered by our Nova Scotia Walk leader, Susan Rector, and 14 people attended that. And every Tuesday and Friday, go on out to the tennis courts. They're playing pickleball. It's a good time to learn how to play. So take advantage of that. That's between 2 and 4 p.m. on Tuesdays and Fridays. The cost is free. It's for everyone. Please come out and join in.
Okay, anything else? Any questions for the MPAL program, even though Jimmy's not here?
I can pass it on to them.
No, okay. We'll move on to the administrative department reports. Linda Cloney presenting.
Okay, thank you, Your Worship. So myself and Nick have been working hard on our approvals, and we have learned doing them that our SCADA machine is extremely out of date and in need of upgrading. This item has been added to our 2023-24 water operating budget for consideration. This will need to take 3 phases to upgrade, so it's something that we are looking into. This will give us a more accurate number reading for our systems, and so that is a good thing moving forward. Also, we continue to experience a lot of issues with the break-ins at the transfer site. There's issues with scrap metal. There's people trying to throw their garbage in as well, and we're concerned with the brush, but we'll be talking about that a little later in our agenda as well. We've been managing dangerous and unsightly matters, and we had a couple of successes so far, so we're continuing to work with property owners to clean up and to make their property safe. And so next, we're following into preparing for the fall tax sale, accessibility planning, grant researching, issuing tenders for capital projects, public works fleet, and approvals, reporting, and the K-9 bylaw are some things that are coming up in the near future, so plus other things.
Okay, anyone have any questions? Councillor?
What does the existing SCADA machine not do?
What's
So 2 major problems right now is all of our radios that report back to SCADA are outdated and obsolete, so you can no longer get parts. So we're having a lot of communication issues. And it's not recording the numbers properly, so they're supposed to roll over and reset, and it's not happening. And our PLCs need to be replaced as well at the stage.
the technician's been down to look at it?
Yeah.
It's given me,
So give us some stuff, and I'll just start there.
Who's the people that are looking at
Link technology at Cape.
what's their name?
Link.
Oh, Link, yeah, okay. Yeah, and the guys put it in Richmond.
Yeah, it's actually the same guy.
We considered even to look at other systems, but it would cost a lot more because you have to rewire everything and
Reinstall program.
it's easier to, because some of the stuff we can save, so.
Okay, any other questions regarding the administrative report? Could I have a motion to accept those reports as submitted then?
So,
Moved by Councillor Colborne, seconder. Deputy Mayor McDonald, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Reports of committees and boards, Linda Cloney presenting all reports. Okay, they're in your packages as well, but Linda, give us a brief rundown.
Exactly, I'll give you some highlights there. So the solid waste management report, which is included in the package. So a few things to mention, just as a reminder, treated wood will no longer be accepted as the C&D starting July 5th. But the department has communicated that they will be focusing on education for the first year. So all the municipalities, not just us, but all the municipalities are waiting to receive education information from the Nova Scotia environment before reaching out to the public, so we're all saying the same message, where and how to get rid of the pressure treated wood. So that's to be looking forward to. Mind your plastics, as you notice, there's a couple of items here in the package regarding plastic pollution and municipal action. The goal from the province is a goal of eliminating plastic pollution in Canada. They're looking to work with municipalities and have them implement a plastic-free event policy. Now, mind you, this isn't being mandated or enforced right now. We do have a template. If anyone is wanting us to look into that policy, we can push further, or we can wait a little bit as well. There's not a push on it right now, so it's up to council. They want us to look into that. So something to think about. The solid waste hotline. is very popular right now. People must be cleaning out and everything, and opening up their cottages perhaps and camps by the lake. So I just want to give everyone a solid waste hotline. Please do call it if you don't know how to dispose of it or how to recycle it. Please call 902-667-5141, and she'll be glad to answer all your questions on how to properly sort or dispose of your items. Okay, and then next I'm going to move into 5.3, which is the Cumberland Central Landfill Community Liaison Committee. Currently, we're looking for more members, especially businesses, local businesses around here, but anyone that has interest working with the landfill. And so in the package, if you go into the package, you'll notice there's a draft set of minutes that gives you an idea what we talk about. And so anyone that's interested in the public that would like to attend, it doesn't have to be from Oxford, in the Cumberland County area. We're just looking for a couple of more members to sit on this. So that being said, so a little highlight from what happened at the last meeting. We passed those set of minutes that are in the package, but also the GFL, which we've invited to come to our council meeting in September, are looking to present to councils on their core values, goals, short-term and long-term plans. So they're the ones that bought the landfill. So they're looking to communicate there. So we did book them for September. Their new recycling transfer station design is nearly completed. Recycled materials are currently being shipped to PEI and Sydney for further processing. So those are the items on that.
Okay, I have one question. C&D aren't taking pressure treated lumber anymore?
Starting July 5th?
Have they given us, do we know what to do with it then?
Not yet.
So basically, we can't take it anymore.
We can't take it to the C&Ds.
Yeah,
They're gonna give information hopefully by then, but
Right.
it's a learning, I think you can probably take it, they can tell you how, or they may take it, for the first year, it's gonna be very lenient,
right.
is what we're told. It's not really, yeah, so
It's not carved in stone.
it's not carved in stone yet, it's gonna be implemented slowly, so.
Okay, anyone have any questions for Linda regarding what she just covered?
Sounds like government.
Pardon?
Sounds like government put something in the processing, but we don't know what we're gonna do with it yet.
I don't know
No,
what
that's
to do
right.
with it, I don't have the education piece yet,
Yeah.
and they want this standard message, so.
Give a motion to accept the reports as presented by Linda. Okay, moved by Councilor Black, seconder.
I'll second.
Second by Councilor Jones, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Moving on. Items of discussion. Department of Municipal Affairs and Housing, Oxford Action Plan, confirmation of receipt. I'm sure some of you were aware that we had to put in an action plan because of the, I guess, the formula they use to determine if a town is in bad shape or not. The one they were using for Oxford is based on old data. We're in much better shape now, but Linda and the crew put one together, and I guess it's all good so far.
It's being reviewed,
Yeah.
so the province is reviewing it now. So they gave us a confirmation of receipt, which is in the package.
Asset management policy, Linda?
Yes, thank you. So attached, attached is a copy of the policy, and I want to explain a bit about it. So I wasn't originally part of the asset management cohort that happened before I came along. And it was a great program, so out of it, policy was drafted, the asset management policy. And then when we applied for the PSAP grant, we realized what kind of a tool we had here with this policy, and that it's right to attach to grants like that. It helps support what we're applying for. So for formality and housekeeping, I would like council to consider at our next council meeting to consider approving this asset management policy that is attached inside the council package. So I'll just read the purpose of it. The purpose of this is the town of Oxford is committed to improving the long-term sustainability of our infrastructure through this asset management policy. This provides a consistent framework for service delivery and infrastructure planning. It provides guidance to council and staff to develop transparent and accountable processes to demonstrate the legitimacy, of decision-making which combines strategic plans, budgets, service levels, and bids. So we're looking, it doesn't have to be decided tonight, but it's something we're gonna bring up at council for council to consider if council is, but it's a great tool to attach with your grants to show the support of the research that has been done, and because there's a whole asset map that's been drawn up, the infrastructure, how old everything is, what priorities, when they should be done. If there's nothing breaking over here, then you should consider over here first, but if there's a lot of breaks over here, then you should go over there. So, but there's a lot of mapping and things like that in there. So anyways, great tool.
No. Anyone have any questions regarding that? Okay.
Okay.
Transfer site.
The transfer site is a verbal conversation. So I know everyone's heard that we've had a lot of break-ins lately. We actually seen a few people on the camera. We know who some of them are. They're breaking through the gate. They're knocking the gate over. They greased the gate. There's traps at the gate. There's people are going in. They are picking the scrap metal. And also, they are dumping their own garbage in there as well. That's, you know, they either didn't make it to when we were open, or maybe they're not from Oxford, not sure. So anyways, either way, we can't have that, them breaking in like that. It's private property, it's our property, it's a liability. So we'd like council to consider the possibility of removing the scrap metal and not accepting scrap metal. And the other item of concern, put that aside, the other item of concern is the brush pile. It is huge. We can only have it at a certain height. We're having a dry season right now, but with all the vandalism, we're concerned that they might light it. We don't know. Anyways, it's a huge brush pile. We did locate, I found it from our solid waste educator. She mentioned that GFL in Little Forks, does not currently charge for leaf and yard waste or scrap metal, so they accept both of them, as well as Mount Pleasant site doesn't accept the leaf and yard waste, but they do accept the metal drop off. So there's a couple of locations for the metal as well, and I know like a fridge or something like that, you can do that through Nova Scotia Power. They would exchange, and there's a refund.
Nova Scotia efficiency.
Efficiency,
Nova Scotia will
yeah,
take your old
efficiency, Nova
fridges.
Scotia. Takes your old fridges.
No.
I don't know, it's just something to talk about. It's a high-risk area for vandalism. It's worried about somebody getting hurt, worried about staff getting hurt.
I was at the transfer station Saturday, and I looked over and I saw that it looks like a tinderbox waiting to explode there. And I thought, oh my God, if that ever caught fire, I mean, there's a massive liability for the town, I imagine. And
a lot of brush,
yeah, the brush, it's just like, it's been so dry, and
more
CBC,
than one,
huh?
there's more than one spot,
Yeah, but that one is our spot, so.
yeah. Well, there's another one that's the town's too,
Is it?
up behind the town shed,
Oh, okay.
where they're taking all the stuff that they,
Yeah.
from branches and stuff that they chop, there's a huge mountain of it up there.
Yeah.
And if it ever catches fire,
Yeah.
it's the same boat.
Yeah. Anyway, I was thinking, maybe we
But
should.
by not accepting that, though, that's not solving the issue. What do we do with it?
Well, you can haul it up to Little Forks.
Or the Mount Pleasant C&D, other than the
Well, the
brush,
yeah.
you can't go there.
brush and leaves, I mean, you're hauling it anyway.
How much do we get out of it?
Pardon?
How much do we get out of the scrap metal?
Not enough to pay for the gate every day.
I don't know exactly what the numbers are.
Yeah.
So the RCMP haven't been any help as far as the pictures and
We're told it's an open file, that's all.
you've been told?
It's an open file, so it's, they receive complaints and they put it in the file and monitor it as it goes.
Even though we see the pictures of who they are.
So what do we got for a gate down there right now?
Currently have a chain, the gate is being built, I talked to Tim Ellis last week, and the gate is being built with the box to keep the lock inside, so they can't get the lock.
So once we do that, they can't get in there unless they walk, that's correct?
Or ATV trail back in there.
Well,
There's a lot of that going on. Anyway, something to talk about or think about it is, we can bring it up another time, just something to think about.
Do we have any?
My line of thinking is that it's gonna make it hard for the citizens to get rid of some fridge or stove or, anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Well, the vandalism's a lot more now than ever, like, it's crazy.
Well, I think I would encourage the RCMP again to maybe do a patrol there every now and then. I know businesses in Amherst that have problems in the industrial park, that if you phone the police department, they will make a couple extra tours around just to, to help out, and it does deter when they see a marked car come around
Mhm.
every now and then. But, so who's the sergeant now that do we have anyone that we talk to at all? in the
I talked to
RCMP?
one in Amherst. Kiana, is the last name.
Well, I think we should elevate that. I mean, to me, that's an RCMP issue.
Yeah, no, we've
Especially
been
if we
dealing
have
with.
pictures and everything else, and those people should be at a visit.
But the latest thing, they took the camera.
Yeah, there are cameras are now missing.
Anyway, topic for discussion down the road.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just the vandalism.
But I mean, we pay for how many,
2.8,
RCMP officers?
2.8,
2.8, so I would think,
560,000 a year.
so I would think some of that money could be invested and tore down to the dump on a few weeks.
What about the brush pile
Well, one thing at a time, I don't know what to do about the brush pile. I mean, obviously, it's a concern.
though? You mentioned the chipper.
Chipper, yeah. Get an industrial chipper in there and maybe grind it up so you don't have, at least if it's, I know we had sawdust up at the greenhouses, and that would occasionally catch fire, but it smothered itself.
Yeah.
It didn't have that airflow that brush pile has. Anyway, food for thought.
See what that would cost.
Can you burn it?
Fire department.
Right.
Well, there's an idea. Ask the fire department.
You
They
can separate the
could
pile,
control
yeah, so
burn.
you didn't
Yeah,
light the whole thing at once,
well,
then
yeah,
the fire department could burn it,
maybe, okay.
maybe, get rid of it.
That's a good idea, because they did that house on South Oxford.
Yeah.
If they'd be willing to do that.
Well, we could ask them.
So we put a new fence to get up and evaluate from there and keep going, make sure our CMP's on top of it.
Do we have an ETA on the new fence?
Do not, I plan to promote ETAs.
Are you planning on replacing the cameras, or what's going on there?
Yes.
Yes.
And when?
Hopefully this week, I'd like to get some of the ones that go right to your phone, so you can see if there's somebody there. You don't know.
They're not very expensive.
No, that's, I think that,
He set the sensitivity up on them,
yeah,
they'll call you.
Yeah.
If that off takes a motion lines or whatever.
It's just surprising the number.
Because I don't imagine there's too many perpetrators, so
It's a certain few.
Yeah.
It's a certain few, yeah.
Okay, anything else? Well, if there's nothing else, I will call for an adjournment. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned, we'll have a special town council meeting coming up. Okay. We're at time is it? Okay, it's still live, we will start. Welcome, special meeting of Oxford Town Council. Do I have an agenda for this one? Okay. First, I'll call the meeting to order. Could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
so move.
Seconder?
Second.
Well, all those in favor, please say aye. Motion carried. Okay, the first thing on the agenda is we're going into camera. We've got some acquisitions of property and whatnot to discuss, and we have to do that in camera according to the,
MGA.
according to the MGA. So we'll be back after we're done our session in camera, and, well, we'll fill you in if there's anything to pass along. I have a motion to take us into camera, please. Seconder?
Second.
Say, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're in camera.